Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here, and today we're going to be looking at diving into a new sorting tool where we look to apply our understanding of potential and kinetic energy. And as we dive into this new sorting tool, we're going to be breaking down two important things. Number one is how to sort the objects now into three groups, and how to identify which group is kinetic or potential. So as always, when we get done with the video, make sure you come back and put your X where you fall. But more importantly, if you put your X in yellow or red, make sure you reach out to me. Now, we know we have two different types of energy. The first one is kinetic and the second one is potential. Kinetic is when the energy that an object has is the energy an object has because it's moving. So we know, for example, our balloon here has kinetic energy because we know our object would be moving. If our balloon is flying through the air, it's shooting air out the backside, it's moving, therefore it has that energy, that kinetic energy. Potential energy, on the other hand, is the energy that is stored in an object or system. So in other words, it's when an object or a system has energy that can then be used in the form of kinetic energy. So for example, right now we have this balloon, it's been blown up, right? We know that inside it has energy that's stored, more specifically air. And that air, if we were to let go of that little end there, would shoot out and it would start to move and become kinetic energy. So this object here has that stored energy in it that would then become kinetic or then start to move. So when thinking of energy, we have the object that's moving because it has kinetic, or the object with stored energy that might potentially move. And that's our two ideas of of energy and how we know an object has energy. Now, in our next sorting tool, we're going to have a lot of similarities. Okay, we're still sorting our objects, but now we're going to have three groups, and we're going to talk about those along with we're going to talk about how to label them: potential energy and kinetic energy. So in our table here, we have things that have energy. We have our two groups. Both groups have to have energy, but both forms of energy have two different types of evidence we would look for. So thinking about these first labels. So this first one says, I can see evidence of energy. If we're looking for evidence and you can see evidence of energy, ask yourself, what kind of energy would we see? Would we see that kinetic energy or that potential energy? So think of that definition. Think about which one connects with that type of energy. The same is true for the other. I can't see evidence of energy, but I know it's there. Which one of those definitions fits with that idea of not being able to see that evidence, but knowing it's there? Is it potential or is it kinetic? So you're first going to label your two groups. Then you're going to go in and again start to sort them. Can't see that evidence, can see that evidence. But here's where the third group is. Let's start with the fan, for example. If you feel that you can see that evidence of the fan, for example, you're going to start to put it into that column. If you feel like you can't see it, but you know it has energy, it would go there. Here's the third option. You can leave the object inside its original column if you feel like there isn't evidence of either. In other words, there's not evidence of this energy, there's not evidence of this energy, or if you feel like it doesn't quite fit in either columns. So you can put it in this column if you see evidence, this column if you don't see evidence, but you know it's there, and this column if you don't see evidence or you're unsure or you don't think there's energy still. So again, there's three columns now. So take a second, fill out the survey. Do you feel like you understand how to put the objects into the three columns and how to label potential and kinetic? Fill out the survey, reach out if you need help, and good luck.